Hello, this video is for anyone who's working on their Symbiosis virtual lab. I know we talked about it in class, but I also know that it can be hard if you don't have someone who's kind of working with you, walking you through it. So anytime today, you can get in contact with me and I can even get into your personal lab and walk through it with you. Or maybe you were not able to attend class the days that we worked on it, and you need a little bit of extra something. So let's look at how to do this lab. You can even do it by yourself. So if there was an issue with your partners or you weren't in class and you didn't get assigned a partner, you can do this by yourself. I was just really trying to get us, I don't want to say it, back like we were actually in class, working with others like how we would work with, because I think that's a very important part to science class. I think that's very important for you to be able to work with others and talk with others and kind of see how everything goes. So what I have on the screen right now is the virtual lab. There's 4 rounds to the virtual lab, so you can see that there are 4 slides, 1 for each round. What else do you have? You have a write-up that gives you these instructions that I'm going to give you, and a table to put information for each round, and then some questions to answer for each round, so that way you kind of get the idea of what's going on. And there's fewer questions as you go on the rounds because you'll kind of get it a little bit better by the time you get round 3 or 4. And then these questions at the end. So that's the lab. I'm going to go through the instruction part with you, and we'll just get right started. Okay, so it helps if you're working with 2 other people, but you can do this with one partner or by yourself. It's not hard to do by yourself since we're just kind of doing clicking. So in the lab, we've got this bowl filled with M&Ms, and you need to, this is your prey, this is your food, and you need to eat it. If we were really in class, I'd literally have a bowl full of M&Ms and a cup and a spoon, and you would use your spoon to move M&Ms one at a time into your cup, and so your cup is like your body. So you're some kind of creature that needs to eat. Like, you can think of it like a little alien creature or whatever you'd like to think of. Well, how do I know what I'm supposed to eat? Okay, let's take a look at where you can find that. I'm right here on Google Classroom under Classwork. This assignment is under Symbiosis Lab. And here you won't find the virtual lab part. Why? I gave 1 to each group, so that way only your group would be able to work on that, and that way everybody wouldn't try to be doing it separately. That way you could work with your partners. If you're one of the people who maybe wasn't here for whatever reason, I'm going to put a copy up in case you need your very own, okay? Or maybe your partners did it and you're like, they went kind of fast and I didn't totally understand it. I want to try it myself. I will put that up there actually today. So back to the actual question, where can I find all my materials? They're under Classwork in your Google Classroom. There's the Symbiosis Virtual Lab. That's where you are going to type in your answers and write up your answers. Now, these cards that say species A, B, and C, these are the cards that you need to tell you what to eat each round. I'm just going to open one. Okay, here it is. So, round 1, species A. I have to read this card so I know what to eat. You can only eat green M&Ms. All other color of M&Ms will make you sick. You must collect at least 6 to survive the winter. Okay, so if I'm A, I'm going to go to my virtual lab, and with my partners there, at the same time, I can click on the M&Ms and move them into my cup, just like this. I need at least 6, so I might have to move some other colors around, just like if you were trying to pull M&Ms out of a bowl with a spoon. Okay, cool, I got 6. I'll live. I'm just going to take 6 for now. Well, what about these other cups? I'm working by myself. I don't have a partner right now for whatever reason, or I don't feel like working with a partner or whatever. Okay, well, I only have A where it says species A, and these are for all the different rounds. all I have to do is go to my classwork. You saw I clicked up here. I know what tab they are because I've got so many open. All I have to do is click on my classwork, and now I can click on the species B card and see what B says for round 1. Okay, I also can only eat green M&Ms, and I need at least 6. Uh-oh. Well, let me see here. Okay, there's some green. Okay, let me hope I can get 6 here. 1, 2, gotta move some around. There's more. 3. Okay, I'm finding some. 4. Oh, I think that's the last green one. Man, if only like the A didn't also have green, then I would have had enough to survive. Well, what about C? Do they want green too? Let's find out. Oh, species C can only eat yellow M&Ms. Okay, well, so I'm going to go back to my lab, and as C, I'll move in some yellow M&Ms. Aha, take that, everybody. I'm going to take all the yellow, because none of you need, oops, not blue, that'll make me sick. So I'm going to take all the yellow I want. Okay, I can take more than 6. I can take however many I want. I can take all the yellow that are there. So, yellow. Okay. So that's the lab part of the lab. That's the doing part. So now let's look at the results part. So how do I do that? Well, let's look at our lab. We did all these instructions. This is what we just did. All these instructions right up here. That's what I just showed you. We just did round 1. Number of M&Ms in the cup for A. So all I have to do is count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I survive the winter? Yes, I needed at least 6. Now let's look at B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. I only got 5. So I put 5 here. And I put no. Sad face. Okay. And now let's look at C. How many did C have? I gotta move them so I can count them a little bit better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. C was rolling. And yes, C survived the winter. Okay, that's how you fill out these data tables. That's where I got these numbers from. I just counted the number of M&Ms I put into each cup. Remember, how did I know what M&Ms to put and how many to put? I had to go to my classwork and look at my cards, and I needed to read the cards. Okay, that's where I got all the information from. If it's still not clear, I can always work with you on one of the rounds and then let you go off on your own, because I want you to be able to do it on your own or with your partners. So I have round 1 done. I answered all the questions. What's this next slide? This is round 2. Where do I find all that? It's the same place. See right here? I just scroll down round 2. Species B round 2. You could see I want to scroll, so thanks. It just totally froze. So there's round 2, and there's round 2 for C. So on my next slide, I look and I read the round 2 cards. For example, for C it says, you can eat any color M&Ms. Oh, but you can only eat those that A or B have put into their cups. What kind of relationship do you think that would show? That's like a preview. So let's go back here. After you finish round 1, you should answer the same questions. Remember, we talked about niche in class. It's sort of the job or role that an organism plays. One of the things it has to do with, like, where does it live and what does it eat. So that's what a niche is. You can always look it up. You have a computer right in front of you. So if you're like, what is a niche? Or a niche explained simply, you can use that, of course. And then highlight the correct answer. What relationship does A and B have? Let's kind of do this one together. Okay, we'll do one together. Oops, you'll get a secret answer. Maybe you already had an answer. Maybe you can check your answer. So here's A and B. They both ate green M&Ms. So were they helping each other? No. Was one eating out of the other's cup or the other's body? No. Were they competing with each other? Yes. Okay. They both tried to eat the same thing, so they had a competition with each other. So to highlight the correct answer. You go right up here where my mouse is, where it says highlight color. Pick whatever color you want. I love green, but I also think this bright blue looks nice. So pick whatever color you want as long as I can sort of read it. Just don't pick something like, super dark so I can't read the words, okay? And then highlight the answer. Sometimes the answer is none. That's possible. If they're not doing anything to each other, they might have no relationship with each other. Okay? But you should see at all these examples, an example of each one of these. So that's a big hint. If you don't see one of these relationships in this lab, then go back and take a look at it, or try to do it yourself, or read all 3 of the cards, because each round will show one of these or more, but probably one of those. Okay? So I'm here. If you have questions, email me, communicate with me. I can't help you if you don't let me know, but I'm happy to help. Come see me, and I hope this video helps you to understand what to do, and that even if you're working alone, you can very easily do this lab by yourself. And I will see you soon.